live. Receiving your content, your audience. We'll see you shortly. The internet can totally see you now. Hello, interwebs. What's going on, interwebs? We're back. We're back. What's going on? Welcome to another Plus One Daily. My name is John Olson. Honored, grateful, thankful that you guys have decided to spend a few minutes rocking with me and your fellow netrepreneurs. Is that what internet entrepreneurs are called? Netrepreneurs? We're called entrepreneurs. So, welcome. Few announcements before we get into the bulk and the meat of today's talk. Like many of you know, if you're watching this months later, apologies, but many of you know that tomorrow, the 7th of July, is the beginning of Season 7. That's right, Season 7 of CTB Teams is beginning tomorrow at noon Eastern. It is the 7th season of this crazy competition that we've been doing now for a few years at Click Track Profit. And we hope everybody's as excited as we are for it. We've got lots of cool goodies in store for everybody. But there is updates on ctbteams.com. You can check out all the updates as well as all the prize information and the bonuses and the exclusive season pass multiplier, which is really, really cool. And that's available all season long as well. So Season 7 starts tomorrow at noon Eastern. What's going on, Candace? Candace, I can speak. Hello, Candace. So yeah, Season 7 starts tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time, and it will be rocking for a month and a half or so. So should be a lot of fun. Hello, Laura. And hope you guys get in there, get excited, get your teams pumped up, and be sure to comment on the blog. Share it with your teammates, get it out there. Let's have a fantastic season. It's the 7th season, starting on the 7th day of the 7th month. How awesome is that, right? Pretty cool. Hello, Henrik, Scott, what's going on? So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about encouragement, because someone actually, this is what's going on, Nick. Someone actually, I asked a few questions a couple weeks ago, I think it was, in the Skype group at Plus One, and I said, what topics would you guys like to talk about? And I think actually Laura came up with this, and she said, how do we encourage referrals? Like Boris said, there you go, the 7th here. What's going on, Boris? And I thought that would be really cool to talk about, because encouragement leads to so many things. It leads to motivation, it leads to inspiration, it leads to energy, it leads to progress. But it's really hard when you're getting started, and it's really, really hard when you've started and you don't see a lot of results from what you've already began. So I wanted to kind of share with you guys a story of how I see encouragement, how I lacked a lot of it when I first got started, but I found it with the awesome people in this community. So hopefully you guys will bear with me as I go through memory lane, but also we talk about why it leads to connections and relationships and networks and just so many good things when you start encouraging each other. So let's go back in time. This is the time machine, the backwards time machine. We're going back in time. John is a young, budding entrepreneur. John hates working for anybody. He's the world's worst employee. He can't, for the life of him, get anything done when it comes to a boss telling him what to do. He doesn't like it. He's just not built for it. He actually had the typical lemonade stand growing up. The thought of making something and then selling it to someone for a profit fascinated him. He was an entrepreneur from birth. So his entire life, he's got this desire inside of him to not work for anybody else but work for himself. So, going back early 2000s, he's kind of struggling. He's got, a brand new baby boy. My son is born. He knows about this internet stuff. He's actually got a check in the mail from zwallet.com. I mean, go Google that. Go Google Z-Wallet if it's still... I know it's not around, but the history of this thing. Things like alladvantage.com, Speedia.net, these old paid-to-surf programs back in the early 2000s. So he knows he can get paid from his efforts. It fascinates him. He's intrigued by it, but the money's not there. So years and years go by, and he's spinning his wheels. He still thinks that he's there. He knows that it's there. He knows he can grab it, but he's got a son to look after. He's got people in his life that are basically telling him, people really close to him, telling him that he should give up, that he needs to go to school, he needs to go get a real job. All this internet stuff is just a scam. I mean, you know, Eric Worre shared this today on Facebook, and I thought it was hilarious, you know. I started my business a week ago, and I'm not a millionaire yet. I knew it was a scam. Everybody's telling me that, oh, you're wasting your time, and look, all you've made is $30. You're never gonna make it. So all of this stuff is coming at me. It's all coming at me. I was discouraged. I was ready to give up. I remember looking at my son in his stroller, and he's like 1 or 2 years old, and I remember looking, and I look at the computer, and I remember this like it was yesterday. I was ready to throw it all away. I was like, man, I'm spinning my wheels. My son, you know, I'm struggling. There's no money. I gotta pay rent. I gotta buy food. I gotta buy diapers. How am I gonna turn this into a living? I'm sitting here, and I gave up. I literally did. I gave up technically at my internet marketing dreams back in 2002-ish for a couple of days. But then someone encouraged me. And it was my circle. It was the people that was closest to me when I was working. There was guys named Michael Russell, Rich Taylor, who's in the community right now, guys by the name of Robert Fortin. There was this core group of people that I worked with each and every day. I wasn't making tons of money with these guys, and they weren't making tons of money with me, but they encouraged me. They sat me down. And I remember this like it was yesterday. Michael sat down with me and he said, dude, if you keep doing what you're doing right now, in 10 years from now, you're going to be laughing. You might not, and he said, you might not see it now, but you're building something. You've got hustle. You've got something that 99% of the people don't have. You can actually do this and not get distracted. Your focus is strong. So pick something, become the best at it, and 10 years from now, you're going to look back and you're going to laugh. And that picked me up. It was encouragement. It was someone that I respected. It was a guy that I would consider my battle buddy back in the day. And guys like him, guys like Rich, guys like Robert Fortin. And then it moved forward. It went into guys like Robert Putty, Soren Jorgensen, Paul Kinder, Tim Linden back then too. My circle of friends that I had around me all the time were encouraging me. And this is what we need in this industry. It's tough. Listen, it's hard to listen to me going, oh, you can do it. But I've been in that spot. I've been in that spot that most people, if not everybody that's trying to build something has been at. I've been there. I know what it's like. And you give up. And it's just like, oh, it'll be so much easier if I just go punch a clock. I'll go work my 40 hours a week for 40 years and get my 40%, retirement or whatever. The 40-40-40 plan, right? I know. I've been there. And it's like, I'm just, you know what? I'm going to give it up. And I'll go, I know what it's like. This is when you dig your heels in. This is when you keep going. Because I kid you not, mark my words, it is July 6, 2016 right now. 10 years from now, you'll be laughing. Remember this video. Watch it in 10 years from now. If YouTube's still here, it should be. But 10 years from now, you'll be laughing. If you pick that one thing that you're so passionate about and you stay the course. You show up every day. You become stubborn about your success. You just, no matter what, people are throwing darts at you, telling you can't do it. You got family members in your ear going, I've been there. I know what it's like. Do you know what it's like to have some people the closest to you tell you that you're a failure? It happened to me. I understand what you're going through. Trust me. But then you have the people that do encourage you. And this is what it leads to. It leads to motivation. It leads to inspiration, right? I've always said that. I think motivation, right, it has to come from within. Inspiration can be everywhere, right? Your friends can inspire you. Reading a blog post can inspire you. Listening to me, maybe I can inspire you. I don't know. But motivation comes from within. But it starts at encouragement. It starts with people. It doesn't have to be meaningless pats on the back. Just a friendly word. Be a battle buddy. Get in there. Tell people what they're doing right. Tell people what they're doing wrong. Suggest stuff. And you don't know the ramifications you'll have if you just encourage each other. And you say, listen, it sucks now. I get it. But if you stay the course, if you keep going, no matter what, if there's going to be so many distractions of people telling you can't do it, you become stubborn about it. You're stubborn. You're a mule. They can't move you. The sticks in the mud. You're just going forward. You're not going back. You're not looking back at all. So this is what it leads to, right? A few of the side effects of encouragement does this. It builds relationships, right? I mean, this is the big one. Building relationships with people where you're encouraging each other is a really good thing. It's a good game plan for life to have that connection and relationship. That's another thing, connection. But that's a form of relationships, right? Having that with your inner circle, with your battle buddies, the people that you're in battle with each and every day. That's why we started CTP teams. Yeah, sure, there's business models, and yeah, sure, we're trying to make money. But the core reason is we wanted people to build relationships. We wanted people to work together. We wanted connections, like-minded people that you didn't have, hey, the red key is here today. You say that to someone walking down the street, they'll roll their eyes. But you say it to someone that's in the community. You say that to your battle buddy. You say that to someone who's encouraging you. They understand you. So there's understanding, connection, the relationships build. That's part of encouragement. Also, you're looking at, this is the biggest thing. Let's be completely honest. It's the assets. The biggest asset you're going to build in this, and someone will say it's your mailing list, but what is your mailing list? It's people. The assets that you build is the relationships with people. People are the assets. That's how this stuff works. And when you're encouraging each other, you're building your assets. You're building people that will help you down the road. This is the key to this. This is why we need encouragement. We need people giving each other high fives. We need people celebrating successes and being there for failures. Encouragement is the lifeblood. It is the fuel that will keep everybody moving forward. And if we don't have that, and we start looking down at each other and being grumpy Gusses and stuff, no one's gonna get further in life. Everybody's just gonna be, it's not fair, and point fingers. And I'm telling you, man, I understand where you've been. I get it. I totally understand. It happened to me. I've given up before, but the most important thing is that I got back on the horse and I was encouraged. I had a really, really good circle of people around me that helped me grow as an individual. So again, encouragement, it leads to perhaps inspiration, which motivates you. It also creates lifelong relationships, the connection you build, but the biggest thing is that it grows your assets, and the assets is the people in your circle, the people in your team, the people around you in your social network. That is the biggest win out of all this stuff. So this is the homework. This is the homework for you guys today. Instead of telling someone what they're doing is a waste of time, instead of telling someone, don't stop collecting those silly badges, stop doing that, you're wasting your time, encourage someone. Go out there and chat today, and I'll be taking a look. I'll go out there and I'll be seeing, I'll be taking, I'll put my ear to the street and be watching and listening. Encourage each other. Try that today. Add that to your +1 each and every day. Encourage someone new. Encourage someone in your circle. Get out there, encourage each other, and you will see some amazing, amazing things happen, not only for the community, but also for yourself. So thank you guys for coming and rocking with me. I hope you enjoyed time travel with John, going back to my stories. Again, Season 7 starts tomorrow. If you're watching this a couple of months, hey, congratulations to the winners. But Season 7 starts tomorrow. Be sure to check out the blog at ctpteams.com for all the news, gossip, and scandal going on inside of CTP Teams and all the competitions as well. This video will be up on +1 Daily in about 30 minutes or so from now. So be sure to share it with your teams and encourage each other. Get out there, give each other high fives, a pat on the back, actually does a whole lot of good. So thank you guys for coming and rocking with me. I will see you tomorrow, and we'll have a lot of fun tomorrow when the season gets started. Toodles!